All of it, yo, if you've been around people, serial money borrowers, serial, always wanting something from you, always go, you know what I'm talking about, bruh. These people, yo, they're sociopaths. They do these things, man. They get your money, then they create a beef with you so they don't gotta pay it back. This is the play for broke, thirsty, dumb, dusty. I just wouldn't think that Offset, who's a multi-millionaire, would have.
And not just that, before I give out my money, you know what I'm saying, to anybody, I always ask them what is it for. I'm gonna tell you what I'm not doing. I'm not giving you money to support your vices. I'll never do that.
They never shoot kids from a gang.
Offset shot and rushed to hospital after beating up little Tjay. Hold on, what the fuck? Hold on, boy. What? Hey, video papa, what the fuck? Let's go ahead, let's see what's popping.
Offset got shot about an hour ago in the stomach after slapping the living-ish out of little Tjay in Florida. Before we even discuss what took place today, let's rewind a little bit to talk about why Offset and Lil Tjay even got beef, or why there was even an altercation today. So Lil Tjay came on social media about this time last year to expose Offset for being in debt and owing him money and not wanting to pay. Lil Tjay will call Offset a broke you-know-what and claim nobody should ever borrow Offset money ever again because he's a bum who won't pay it back.
Why this Offset? Offset broke. Oh yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all the stream too. That broke. That pop. I'll tell y'all a true story. I ain't got nothing to do with that casino. He was popped. He was panicking. He was asking random people for cash apps. He was broke. I don't know what happened. Nobody was answering his phone call. He popped, trying to run up, chasing. He must got a gambling addiction. Yo, he just popped. He called cash apps in front of me. I ain't gonna lie to you. The first 5 I offered, I'm like, yo, you pop, you waiting for some bread, for my money. I swung that 5. You know how I get. He gets popped. Not us two dicing each other. He gets popped straight to the casino. Goes not. He get another loan from somebody else for like 2 bands. I don't even take my loan. I'm like, that's Offset. I'm good on my money. I'm worried about this. Got mad, bread. I definitely run off for 5 bands. He popped for the.
Lil Tjay could have had a better approach. But, yo, after a while of you owe me my money.
And you know, little Tjay a Texan lord, nigga.
And I don't feel like I got to be a gentleman anymore about it, bruh. Like, you know you owe me money, but you're ducking me. So Tjay wrote Offset and he says, where you at? Where you at? Not gonna lie, I'ma slap the whole ish out of you. Offset responded back, huh? You joking, right? Now, Lil Tjay don't even know. And Igaboo love this. Understand what I mean when I say an Igaboo love this. Now, I don't borrow Igga's money for a reason because I know how that turns out.
I don't like asking niggas for money, if I'm gonna be honest with you. You can ask my brothers this. Like, I don't ask them niggas for money, bro. Like, at all. Like, I really would do anything but ask for money. Same thing with, like, my peoples and all that. Like, I would have, that's the absolute last resort. Before anything, I'm gonna make sure that I find a way to go explore all my options to give me some bread before I ask anybody for anything, bro. Cause I know how people get, bro. And I don't expect, you know, people to pay me back when I get them money or anything like that. Now, I pay people back all the time. But I don't know if it's a pride thing in me or anything like that. I just refuse to ask people for money if I know that there's a way for me to go out there and get it. That's just me. That's just my character. Maybe it's the hustler in me. I don't know. But yeah, bro.
Want to beef with you about the same money he owes you. Lil Tjay don't even know he just gave Offset a way out. Igaboos are already looking not to pay you back. And their path of action not to pay you back, they usually pretend.
Now, if you want a nigga to pay you back and then you tell him to not worry about it, don't have the expectations later on that you expect that nigga to pay you, bro. You told the nigga not to worry about it, so best believe he's not gonna worry about it.
Smoke. They usually fake a beef with you. So Lil Tjay beat Offset to the punch. Offset was already gonna try to fake a beef with Lil Tjay so he don't have to pay him back. Lil Tjay saying that, or Offset like, oh my, today is the day the Lord has made. We shall rejoice and be glad in it, man. I don't gotta pay back that little money because of smoke. Offset told that boy, I'ma smoke you about the money you owe me. You gonna kill me about money you owe me? Nah, I don't borrow Iggas money, man. I don't even deal with Iggas when it comes to things like this, man. Somebody says, Offset says, you barely lived already. Who the F you think you talking to, ninja? You gotta be talking to the wrong ninja. I'm in New York right now. Come smack me, little boy. So Lil Tjay was the one who posted this, by the way, and he tagged Offset and he says, Offset, yo, pay that tab, homie. Don't fade yourself over a little 10-pack. TJ responded back to Offset and he says, Miami. Offset says, if it's that, stop DMing me for trace reasons. TJ says, nah, never that, little bro. I just want my 10.
This nigga TJ love calling somebody little bro. He always trying to little boy somebody.
Offset says, say that. Now, Lil TJ shared this and he says, do not loan Offset no money. He's popped. LOL, just in case. Lil TJ then made an Instagram post where he says, I could never be broke like Offset running off making smoke over lunch money. I'ma have to smoke on 100 streams for it to get to all that. But yeah, free smoke tomorrow for ninjas. Offset then commented and he tags Lil TJ and he says, let's hit on live. I'll fly to you. This ain't gonna stop your fell off allegations. Offset then says, meet me in New York and give me a 1 on live. I've seen Lil TJ fight playfully. I've seen Offset fight on camera. Let's just say, based on my understanding and expert analysis of their Igga chakra, I'll probably give the advantage to Offset. I don't feel like Lil TJ really wants to fight Offset particularly. But once it goes to social media, there's really no copping it. Because the first person to DM the other person and say, hey, man, yo, what are we doing, bro? Bro, let's just talk about it. And there's a screenshot of that person DMing the other person first. Now, that person is going to be known as a mark and a buster online. Right? That's just a fact. Now, this could be avoided if Offset didn't have a gambling addiction. Offset has a gambling addiction, bro. Lil TJ isn't the only one that Offset owes money to. Offset got exposed by Selena Powell.
Y'all gotta stay away from that, bro. That gambling addiction, real. Now, personally, I don't have that issue. And I don't know nobody in my family personally. Actually, do I even know any friends that got that? I wouldn't say that. I will say this though. These DraftKings and all that. Yeah, I know a few niggas with a problem with that. So in a sense, that does count as gambling. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to stop it. You ain't making no real money from that for real, bro.
Called her in the middle of the night at the casino and asked her to bring him $15,000 so he could keep on gambling. He's a fiend. Now, just like Lil TJ, he didn't pay back Selena Powell either.
Like, yo, I need a favor. This is a test.
Wait, let's not skip over that. He told her he still needed that. He still needed that.
Yeah. Oh. So he was like, I did a favor and this is a test. I was like, okay, what? He was like, how much money can you get or are you by? And I was like, I mean, like I sent him the video, like all that money that I have in my safe.
You're rich.
And he immediately called me. He called me back and then he was like, bring all of it. And I was like, I don't even know how much this is. He was like, bring all of it because I have a ton of 20s and then like hundreds.
At the time, not now.
Now, one thing I will never do, under no means or circumstances possible, is ask a woman for money. I can't do it, bro. I never do that. I ain't never asked none of my girlfriends that I ever been with for money. Not one time, not ever. Like, never. No bullshit, bro. That's one thing that you won't catch me doing. Not that I'm not gonna say there's anything wrong with that. Like I said, it might just be the pride in me, but it's just something about me never. I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro. I can't do it, man. I can't.
No,
bro.
yeah, no.
Because, continue. Keep going.
Because now.
And it's something that I've been actively working. Like, I used to feel weird about shit when, like my girl used to volunteer to pay for stuff for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that took me to, like, I'm still working on that to this day. You know what I'm saying? I feel weird about that shit, bro. But hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm still growing in my character development, bro.
So then he was like, yeah, bring all of it. So I actually did. But in my mind, I was like, I can't give him the 20s. Like, let me just give him the hundreds. He was like counting out in the car. I went to the casino, by the way. I'm not going to do every single detail and have this.
She's working on her 40-minute straight drive.
And just like Offset did to Lil TJ, when it came back to paying back the money he borrowed, all of a sudden Offset created beef so he don't got to pay it back. So Selena Powell would post on her social media that she was getting threatened by Offset because she asked Offset to pay back the money that he owes her. So she took to her social media to says, if anything happens to me, Offset did it. She would also go and says, tired of this grown man threatening me.
Bro, I say you gotta tighten up, boy. You gotta tighten up, bro. This is unacceptable right here, man.
Every day and got me living in fear because he owes me $15,000. I tried to get my money back for weeks.
15 racks is crazy.
And all I've gotten is threats. So this is like the Offset play, man. If you've been around people, serial money borrowers, always wanting something from you, always go, you know what I'm talking about, bruh. These people, they're sociopaths. They do these things, man. They get your money, then they create a beef with you so they don't got to pay it back. This is the play for broke, thirsty, dumb dusties. I just wouldn't think that Offset, who's a multimillionaire, would have.
And not just that, before I give out my money, you know what I'm saying, to anybody, I always ask them, what is it for? You know what I'm saying? Cause there's one, I'm gonna tell you what I'm not doing. You know what I'm saying? I know a few things that I'm not doing. I'm not giving you money so you can get you some gas. I'm not giving you no money so you can go buy you some liquor. I'm not giving you money to do things that I know for a fact that I don't support. So I'm damn sure I ain't giving you money to go gamble or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? That's just one of my morals that I stand on, and I will forever stand on that. I ain't giving you money for that. You know what I'm saying? If you need something to support you or help you get back on your feet though or something like that, or, you know what I'm saying, something that will put you in a better position, say no more. I got you. I'll do for you in that sense. If I got it, if I got the money to give, but I'm not giving you money to support your vices. I'll never do that.
Go down to this extent to create problems for himself so he don't have to pay back thousands of dollars when you are a millionaire. It doesn't make sense to me whatsoever. Now, Selena Powell would even post a particular video from Offset, like pretty much exposing him in 4K as well. And here's what the video has to say.
What?
Okay.
Think shit sweet. I'm thinking sweet. The shit ain't sweet, mama. On my mama, it ain't. My mama, you think you seen something every time? Why did?
Okay.
So, like this is just absurd, man. And apparently, Offset kept the same energy in person when he seen Lil TJ. The incident happened near the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Hollywood, Florida. Now, Offset was indeed shot in the leg.
Damn.
Offset was transported to the hospital. He was listed in stable condition. Now, he's still in the hospital as far as I was told. Now, a rep for the Seminole County Police Department tells TMZ, we are aware of an incident that occurred at a valet area after 7 p.m. Monday outside of Seminole Hard Rock, Hollywood, that resulted in non-life-threatening injuries to an individual who was transported to Memorial Regional Hospital in Hollywood. The rep added Seminole police were on site immediately and the situation was contained quickly. 2 individuals have been detained by police. The investigation is ongoing. The site is secure and there is no threat to the public. Operations continue as normal. Here's what happened, okay? Lil TJ and Offset are both at this casino. Offset is a gambling addict. Offset is at the casino almost every day. If you're somebody who wants to meet Offset one day, go to a casino in Florida. Offset is gonna be there. That's just what Offset does. Offset is a gambling addict. I don't know why.
Hey, if you want to meet Offset, bro, go to the low that he just mentioned.
That's his thing. He's at a casino 24/7 gambling. So Offset and Lil TJ is both outside of the casino. They're in the valet area. While in the valet area, they ran into each other. I was told that Offset is who engaged the altercation. He engaged the confrontation. Now, like I said before, Offset is somebody who can fight. Offset, I don't think is scared of Lil TJ not one bit. Now, I was told, Lil TJ wasn't backing down either. They both got in each other's faces. Offset took off on Lil TJ. Offset put hands and feet on Lil TJ.
Hands and
somebody
feet.
pulled out a gun and shot.
Damn, what he do? He kick his ass?
Now, who that person is, use your imagination. Who would have an invested interest in shooting Offset because Offset is whooping on Lil TJ? Use your imagination. Now, 2 people have been detained. It's unclear if Lil TJ is one of the 2 that's been detained. Now, Academics did say he spoke to Lil TJ representative as well as Offset representative. Now, Lil TJ in his rep is offering little to no information because obviously, duh, right? Like, what are they going to say? Hey, bruh. Like Lil TJ got his butt whooped, so Lil TJ and his associate shot Offset. Man, cut it out, bro. They can't say it. So they told Ak there was an altercation, but we can't say much at the time. Sorry, cat's out the bag, okay? Lil TJ was getting whooped on, and shots were fired.
There's multiple people in custody, and police at this time, they're working to try to figure out what led to what happened. A lot of things to get to. We don't know the current status of both rappers at this moment. It's been reported that it's a leg shot when it comes to Offset. And it's supposed to be a non-life-threatening wound. But at this point, because he was transported to the hospital.
This shit crazy, bro. We are like, if you really let this sink in and think about it, we technically could have lost another rapper in 2026. Just like that. Just like that, bro. Niggas be dying over dumb shit, bro.
We don't know the full details. Okay? Lil TJ's a little bit more elusive. Of course, again, I have a direct official source, heavily weighted, that confirms it. However, I did also talk to his team, and his team, while confirming that there might have been an incident, they weren't at liberty to tell me, or it's a lot of things going on. This is actually happening right now. So people are in custody right now. This probably happened like an hour ago, and they aren't confirming what my other source confirmed, but it is being confirmed. It's one of the best sources I could have, that Lil TJ was shot. But anyway, the matter of fact is, Lil TJ and Offset was involved in an incident. Okay, now clearly, I guess you guys could probably put 2 and 2 together. It appears that but most likely, Offset and Lil TJ probably got into maybe some altercation. Why would I say that? That would just be using context clues. They haven't been getting along. They have, kind of gone back and forth, and potentially they have seen each other for the first time since all of that. The good news I do have currently, but I might have to knock on wood, I don't have a death to report, which is good. But there was absolutely a shooting that occurred. It occurred at the Hard Rock Casino.
Academics did report that Lil TJ was shot too. I didn't hear that, but Ak may have information that I don't have. Now, what I seen started to go around, people were saying, oh, the same dude who shot Offset shot Lil TJ. Cut it out.
That doesn't even make any sense right there, bro.
All right, this was an altercation between Offset and Lil TJ. All right, there was not this random person who decided to target Offset and Lil TJ. No, right, this was an altercation between Lil TJ and Offset that led to gunshots being fired. Okay, y'all let me know in the comment section.
Man, this is crazy, bro. Crazy. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this. And let me know if y'all found anything else out or anything like that in the comment section, bro. Hey, if you like the video, then like the video. And if you want to see more reactions, subscribe. I love y'all.
Shout out to my twin. Ain't never seen tears from a gangster, so why the world want me to cry? Fighting depression, talk to the spirits, use them judges that help me get by. But I cannot lie, that she hurt me bad when I got that call, told me you died. Like how the fuck can they take you? Man, I hope I wake up, it's a lie.